new opportunities and new jobs, and creating an innovation ecosystem in the country. And we have had different efforts on this. We have a pilot plant at the Upper Kapete campus where we produce yogurt, and the chancellor is very fond of going there to buy. Sometimes I just find that she was there. And that was an entry for innovations. And we have yogurt, we have cheese, we have different products that we are producing from there. We opened an office in 2009 for intellectual property management within the university. Not before, you can see it's just 2009. The director of that now is Professor Kenoti, who you saw here, who is coordinating this effort together with the DVC, Research, Innovation and Enterprise. We established the Center for Computing and Development, CD4 Lab. This was established under the leadership of Tony Omwanza. Tony Omwanza now is assisting you in the entire government to establish such an ecosystem in the entire country as a CEO for Kenya National Innovation Agency. He is our staff from University of Nairobi, and he started the CD4 Lab. We have even sometime included that to be promoted, you needed to have done a few things. But we haven't not been able to get where we would like to go. And we will need all the support we require from government, from private sector, from everyone to be able to bring about the impact, the necessary impact we need to have. But even within the university, we think that we have to approach this from a different perspective. We have to change our mindset. We have to begin, because we have these young people, these students who come here. They come, they stay with us 3 years, they stay with us 4 years, 5 years. They are the best brains you can have in the country. So we must ourselves also as faculty begin to change the mindset and also be able to transmit the same to the students, so that when we are looking at the problems in the country, at the opportunities that are there, we see that we should be part of that solution in providing the jobs. We don't want to be like sometimes a story told about a beggar, a bright beggar, seated somewhere and not being able, and just say, why is this person here? He said, because he cannot do, because I don't know what else he can do, but he can do something. Then he was asked, what is it you think he can do? And he didn't have an answer to it. So we don't want to be that. We want ourselves to be able to provide solution. Neither do we want to be like I have seen in many walls written Usikojoe Hapa. Because some people just continue to do the same thing for a long time without offering solution. And some people even end up writing on their wall, Usikojoe Hapa. Don't do those things here. Do it differently. We are trying to develop a generation of critical thinkers who question the environment, and in that process bring solution and create opportunities for jobs. That's why we have this great day, the Nairobi Innovation Week. We hope that we'll be able to engage many venture capitalists to support our ideas. We are determined to learn from the best, from the world, as we walk this path. We are beginning to have a relationship with the Denmark Technical University, and I visited there recently. They produce about 2 startups every week, which resort to business. And their population is much less than ours. And those startups, many of them, are coming from students, not even from faculty. So we must get there. So I went there to just see exactly how they are doing it. So I know a few ideas. Recently, I also visited a number of universities in France, who are also in the top rank. And they also are producing several startups. And we signed off a collaborative agreement with them. We have a partnership supported by government, and also the Chancellor has been very involved in this, and the Director of Advancement in the establishment of the Science Engineering Complex. Another big idea where we bring scientists and engineers together, leading to innovation and startups. So those are some of the things we are doing. We want to change, to bring also to train on entrepreneurship and innovation to our students so that they begin to see themselves as solutions to the problem that confront us. Even as we do this, Cabinet Secretary, it's good to note that the country generally has not been doing well in the issue of innovation. And that is an area we would like, because the Act, the Science, Technology and Innovation Act, is under Cabinet Secretary Education. That, I hope that you will be carrying that now. Besides the other basic and the university education and the other, you also carry this one. Because that is where the solution of the country lies. For now, out of about 132 countries which are ranked by the Global Innovation Index in 2022, Kenya was number 88. Number 88. And that is not good enough. Obviously, you will say in Africa here we are number 4, 5, but that's nothing. Kenya should not be in the world in that kind of a number as a country. And it turns out that, Cabinet Secretary, it turns out that even that number we have achieved because of the initiative of the individual Kenyans, not because of the intervention of the institutions. We have not created the appropriate environment to ensure that innovation is there. So the Kenyans themselves have a drive to innovate. But we, myself, because of my leadership, and yourself, and all others, we haven't done what we need to do to have this done. To bring this to fact, you see that when we talk about the inputs that have been, the output, the knowledge and technology output in Kenya, we are number 74. And out of that 132, number 74. Out of knowledge and technology output. On creative outputs from Kenya, number 79. But when you come to what we are doing on the other side as a country, and that's why we are dropping on human capital and research. On human capital and research, we are number 119, almost last. So you can see we are not supporting the human capital and putting money in research and that infrastructure to ensure that we go up. So the number 88 we have achieved because of these individual initiatives which have resulted to this output of number 74 and number 79. So there is something there that we need to be deliberate about because of the problem that confront us so that we become part of the solutions. Obviously, we know that Kenya is well recognized as a global tech hub. You know, because of the issue of M-Pesa. Everybody talks about M-Pesa. So that was a great initiative. And obviously Kenya and Ghana lead in world mobile money. Yeah. So Kenyans, everybody knows Kenyans are innovative. But everybody asks, what are the institutions doing? Universities, government, ministry, what are we doing? That's where we need to put our most effort. In fact, Nairobi sometimes is referred to as the Silicon Savannah because of this kind of thing. Yeah. We must act, and we must act quickly as a country. Why must we act quickly? One is we have the problem of the youth badge, Cabinet Secretary. We have it is estimated, I think, about 80% of our population is below 35 years. And even if you take the working population up to 60 years, I think they constitute about 97%, and only above that 3% would be out of work. So we have a huge responsibility to ensure that we are we develop these innovation ecosystems to create job opportunities for our young people. And you hear what I say, other countries are doing it. I say I found like Denmark, where you think jobs are already available, people getting jobs, getting innovation, 2 innovations every week. It's just one university, and you go to other universities like that. If we don't do it that way, the young people are going to be restless. So the country ahead is going to be unstable. So how do we solve this? We must put a lot of resources on research and supporting an innovation ecosystem. You cannot lose. That one, if you do that as a country, you cannot lose. We must put this issue of innovation at the level of the presidency. At the level of the presidency. So that even as you, as the cabinet secretary, you get there, he is already aware he has a team around him. Because that is the way we are going to ensure that these young people get jobs when they finish. We have the issue of climate change, cabinet secretary, which is wreaking havoc on people's livelihood and communities. Poverty and displacement, food insecurity, emerging and emerging diseases, loss of species, drought. All this can be turned to opportunities for jobs. But we have to invest in the human capital and research on this side. They become jobs for our young people. The issue of globalization is real. Everybody can come and sell things here. I've seen at least the president is trying to say, no, let us slow down this so that we can now get more things being created from here. That is a good idea. But we want to see, we need also to invest on that innovation. Because when we do that, then we will be able to slow down on material coming. I've been saying, look, even issues of just toilets, We have a lot of earth in the Bokoroine and all that can be made to all those porcelains. You import, then after that they change the type of toilet from China. Then that one you have to dump. Then after that you go to China to buy another one. But we have soil and we need to invest and make those things here and begin to make things we need to use from here. And this Nairobi Innovation Week is about that. It's about that. Yeah. Because we will create wealth for our people, we will create job opportunities for our people, we will retain our funds, our money here. We don't have foreign currency going out of the country because we can buy from within. Other people will come to buy from us. And of course, when we innovate and we do this, we will improve our daily lives. We will improve our daily lives. And I try to imagine even the person who came up with the bulb. I think he was just thinking of improving daily lives. Yeah. It was not really a big solution he was solving. But now people can work at night, isn't it? Yeah. So these young people are going to come up with solutions that are going to, we don't even know that life. And even when the mobile was invented, yeah. And I have given examples before where I grew up, the communication was through calabash, Yeah. When you want to convene people, probably there will be somebody who will be standing somewhere at the pedestal and shouting, tomorrow we gather tomorrow. But today, you send a message. Yeah. So, through innovation, and we must invest in it. Obviously, for sustainable development, to protect our planet for the future. And of course, Cabinet Secretary, it's just good business sense to invest in innovation, because then we will be richer as a country. And again, I'm happy that you came, so that now you go with that message when you leave this place. And all of us, as a university community, we are committed to walk that path of innovation and bring about the appropriate impact in the country by making the lives of our people happier. With that, asante sana and God bless you.